All the information shared in this video is available on the public platform. Nothing is discussed here which may breach the confidentiality of our armed forces. Defense Detective respects our defense forces and works only on the information that is available for public use.
India's China problem has been festering for some time now. The new Indian government will have a task cut out for it to arrest the downward spiral of ties with China, as Beijing has already begun upgrading its Xiaokang villages along the 3,500-kilometer-long border with India. Experts see it as a grey zone tool from China's playbook to assert claims on disputed areas. These villages have military and dual-use infrastructure, and many are clustered along the eastern sector that borders Arunachal Pradesh, an Indian state that China covets and claims to be South Tibet. A no-patrol buffer zone was created around patrolling point 14 in Galwan Valley 3 weeks after the violent clash in which 20 Indian soldiers and an unspecified number of Chinese troops were killed on 15 June 2020. China, however, has recently completed construction of a road from the north of Samsingling to the Galwan Valley, providing the PLA with a 15 kilometers shorter alternate access to rapidly build up troops in the area. China has also tried to offset its air combat disadvantage at high altitudes by deploying its J-20 and J-10 fighters closer to the border. An analysis by the Center for Strategic and International Studies, CSIS, contends that the infrastructure building is indicative of China's efforts to use grey zone tactics to advance its strategic and security interests in disputed areas while staying below the threshold of armed conflict. By building civilian villages, China can increase the population of remote border areas, adding legitimacy to its territorial claims. This simultaneously creates the necessary infrastructure to better support military and police forces, which, in turn, helps to protect local civilians from perceived threats across the border. The analysis, done under the China Power Project, elucidates how these villages are located as close as just 7 kilometers from the line of actual control. The border village of Juyangan has seen significant additions to military or paramilitary infrastructure in recent years. Previously, satellite images showed a walled complex with at least 11 buildings in 2019. By 2020, some buildings will be demolished to pay for new ones. In 2022, barracks-like structures appeared along with a large building and a radome or communication tower. An image from 31st December 2023 showed the construction of new infrastructure for monitoring or logistics support purposes. The barracks, perimeter walls, and radome communications tower located at these complexes indicate the likely presence of China's military, the People's Liberation Army, PLA. It is also possible these facilities are operated by the paramilitary People's Armed Police under China's land borders law. These two forces share responsibility for defending China's borders from armed attacks or other encroachments, the commentary reads. The location of these villages so close to the border indicates that it gives the Chinese army and paramilitary forces a vantage point for monitoring activities along the border. Indian experts have been raising concerns over the massive infrastructure building on the Chinese side of the border. Former Indian Army Chief General M.M. Narawane, retired, told the Eurasian Times, China has been investing in creating infrastructure, especially roads and railways in border areas ostensibly for the benefit of local people. However, in the absence of any sizable local population to justify such investment, it is apparent that such developments are for military purposes. Another village, Majidinkan, less than 10 kilometers northwest of the disputed border, has seen many infrastructure additions over the past 2 years. Earlier, it had few buildings and a helipad, but by November 2023, images show that a huge building complex had emerged alongside two helipads and a paved network of roads. Given the region's mountainous terrain, helipads play a key role in facilitating the swift movement of people, equipment, and supplies in the area, especially during emergencies, the CSIS commentary reads. Civil-military fusion to assert claims. The dual-use facilities align with China's land borders law, which embeds border defense into the responsibilities of border area governments. The border villages are meant to strengthen the construction of defense infrastructure to maintain border security. This emphasis on leveraging civilian villages to support the military bears the hallmarks of China's military-civil fusion strategy, which aims to fuse China's economic and military development to support overall national objectives, the report reads. China has also been constructing a new highway, G216, along the Ladakh region of India, which will allow the rapid mobilization of Chinese troops during a similar confrontation between the two countries on the Ladakh. So far, China has only one highway, G219, in Ladakh. Earlier, the treacherous terrain in the region thwarted Beijing's plan for infrastructure development. But not anymore. The sole highway has been vulnerable to the Indian military. And now, China is close to eliminating its vulnerability by completing an alternate route known as the G216. The CSIS analysis covers just 4 villages. In recent years, China has expanded and upgraded its civilian and military infrastructure in the area. The Pentagon's 2023 annual report to Congress, Military and Security Developments Involving the People's Republic of China said that Beijing continued to develop military infrastructure along the Ladakh. These improvements include underground storage facilities near Doklam, new roads in all 3 sectors of the Ladakh, new villages in disputed areas in neighboring Bhutan, a second bridge over Pangong Lake, a dual-purpose airport near the center sector, and multiple helipads. With the adversarial ties between India and China showing signs of improvement, New Delhi has also started building strategic infrastructure on the border. India has been building tunnels, roads, and bridges on its side of the border for quick deployment of troops and weapons. However, beyond infrastructure development, the new Indian government will need to focus on defense acquisition for its military to continue combating parity with China.